I'm Kara Robertson, and this speech will help you understand mental health issues in children and adolescents. Imagine a teenager and a group of friends, instead of having fun, feeling alone and isolated, or a kid in a classroom, instead of being excited to learn, feeling overwhelmed with anxiety. These are real issues that adolescents and children deal with daily. I will discuss mental health disorders, risk factors, and how to help children who struggle with these mental health issues. Before we can understand mental health itself, we have to understand the disorders. The first common mental health disorder in children and adolescents are anxiety disorders. The National Institute of Mental Health research shows that about 31.9% of adolescents ages 13 through 18 experience anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorders can cause panic attacks, social anxiety, and performance in the classroom. For example, a student with anxiety may prepare for a test really well, and then once they get on the test, not be able to perform to their potential because of their anxiety. And students struggling with anxiety may have the urge to join a club or team, but may be scared of rejection or being made fun of, and that all stems from their anxiety. It hinders children from doing what they would want to do. Another mental health issue in youth is depression. This is a pretty common one, with about 13% of adolescents experiencing major depressive episodes. Continuous sadness, loss of motivation, and suddenly dropping out of teams or things that adolescents would really enjoy, they just all of a sudden lose interest in it. And in children, it may look like they will come to you and say that they're sad, but they don't know why they're sad. Additionally, some children and adolescents battle attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD. Based on information from the CDC, about 9.4% of children between 2 and 17 have been diagnosed with ADHD. Children with ADHD may experience difficulty paying attention. For example, from my own observation in the classroom that I'm observing in, children with ADHD, if they are not using their hands doing something, or now we have desks made to where children can swing their legs, they cannot pay attention whatsoever and do not receive any of the information that they're being taught. Understanding mental health disorders leads to what factors and causes lead to these issues in children and adolescents. Biological, environmental, and social aspects are all factors that can influence mental health issues. Biological factors play a large role in mental health. A family history of mental health issues, it plays a large role into the children. If the parents experience anxiety or depression, the kids are much more likely to experience those, and that's why it's important to pay attention to those kids whose parents struggle with that, because they're more likely to struggle with it as well. Additionally, environmental factors such as neglect, physical and emotional abuse, and exposure to violence can significantly impact a child's mental health. A study found in the journal Child Abuse and Neglect shared that those students who experienced environmental factors, such as the ones that I mentioned, are more likely to develop mental health disorders later in life. For example, a child who has experienced neglect, and they may later on develop relationship issues, trust issues because of that neglect from their parents as a child. Peer pressure, bullying, and academic stress are all social factors that contribute to mental health in children and adolescents. According to the Pew Research Center, almost 59% of teens in the United States have experienced bullying. Victims of bullying experience extreme feelings of isolation and anxiety, and those lead to depression later on down the road. And it's important to pay attention to those things and not brush them off, because mental health leads to other factors that may end up with the loss of the life of the adolescent or child. Now that we understand the causes of mental health issues, it is important that we know how to support children and adolescents struggling with these issues. Supporting the mental health of children and adolescents requires a comprehensive approach. The first point is creating an environment where children feel safe to express their feelings, and sayings like I'll give you a reason to cry. That is extremely invalidating to the child and makes them struggle with being able to express their feelings, and so they suppress those feelings, and those feelings turn later on in life into mental health issues and not knowing how to deal with their emotions later on in life. As an adult, we see it that a lot of men won't let themselves cry because early on in life they were told that it's not right for them to cry, and that's why men's suicide rates are so much higher than females. That's one factor that goes into it. The second way to help kids and adolescents that struggle with these issues is professional help. This is an unbiased way for children and adolescents to get the help that they need. And for example, if it's the children's parents or teachers or people in their life who they should feel like they can go to, but they can't because those are the ones causing the issues, professional help is a great method for them to go to because it's an unbiased opinion, and those professionals can help them, one, get the help that they need, and if they're in an unsafe environment, they can get them out of that environment. In conclusion, mental health issues in adolescents are a rising concern that needs attention. We tend to brush these off because we don't see them as adults that can feel those real feelings that we feel, but this is where all mental health issues stem from. And so it's important that we understand the disorders, the causes, and how to help them. Are there any questions? All right.